Hello and welcome, dear Rajeshwarians. How are you? I hope everybody is safe, fit, and fine. Okay, stay at home, stay safe. God bless you all, children. So, today's topic is preposition. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word which is used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. They act to connect the people, objects, the time, and locations of a sentence. Prepositions are usually small words or short words, and they are normally placed under directly in front of nouns. In some cases, you will find prepositions in front of gerund verbs. We will discuss it later. A nice way to think about prepositions is as the words that help glue a sentence together. They are joining the sentence. What is the work of a glue? The same is the work of a preposition. They do it this by expressing position and movement and possession, time, and how an action is completed. Indeed, several of the most frequently used all of English, such as for, to, with, on, and at, are prepositions. Explaining prepositions can seem complicated, but they are a common part of language, and most of us use them naturally without even thinking about them. In fact, it's interesting to note that prepositions are regarded as a closed class of words in the English language. This means, unlike verbs and nouns, no new words are added to this group over time. In a way, it reflects their role as the functional workhorse of a sentence. They are unassuming and subtle, yet vitally important to the meaning of the English language.
I think you have lots of questions about at, in, on, by, for, and so on. Actually, we need to know these prepositions and prepositional phrases. You just need to know these words, these expressions, and it will help you a lot to speak English correctly and fluently. Okay, let's have a look at the first preposition. So you see at, and we say at with first. At first. For example, I prepared very useful examples, especially for you. At first, I'd like to thank you. At first means firstly. I'd like to thank you. At last. She did it at last, or in the end. So I really wanted it to happen. At least. I want to earn at least $2,000 monthly. At least means minimum, not less than this sum of money. So $2,000 or more every month. Why not? So it's a good idea. At risk. Your life is at risks. So it's a dangerous situation, so something can happen to her. At a loss. I'm at a loss. So if you say I'm at a loss, it means that you don't know what to do. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So really, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. Remember this expression. At first sight. Do you believe in love at first sight? So when you see a person and you understand, yeah, really, he or she is my second half. at hand, it's at hand. For example, the pen is at hand. So at hand means near. So it's near. Yeah, it's at hand.
Excuse me, where can I take the bus to the airport?
Next, at home. Right, we say at home, at work. Please remember these phrases. My father is at home, or I can also say my father is at work. Okay, so once, at once, so it's a very useful expression indeed. I need to do it at once. At once means immediately. So I need to do it immediately, or I need to do it as soon as possible. I need to do it at once. Okay, just let's revise everything shortly. Okay? Good. So, at first, I'd like to thank you. Really, I'd like to thank you, my friends, for your support. She did it at last. I want to earn at least $2,000 monthly. Your life is at risk. I'm at a loss. Do you believe in love at first sight? It's at hand. My father is at home. My father is at work. I need to do it at once. Okay, so let's have a look at the second column. So in, we say in a hurry. So when you are busy, when you are very busy, you can say I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. So I'm very busy. I don't have free time. I have no free time at all. I'm so busy. I'm in a hurry. Okay, hurry up. In addition. So it's a very common expression, especially in speaking. So in addition, or in addition to it, we need to do the following. So it means that I want to add something. So I want to say one more thing, or I want to add one more thing, yeah, that we need to do the following. In any case, so I have to sign this contract in any case. So I have no choice, and I have to do it. Maybe this situation isn't so pleasant for me, but I need to do it. I have to do it. So I have no choice. So in any case. In short, it was a disaster. Or I can say I want to be short, or shortly, it was a disaster. So I'm not going to actually to talk about it for hours, months, years. I just want to tell you this thing shortly. So it was a disaster. It was a very bad situation. So it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Okay. So I can say in short or in brief. So the thing is that in short is more common. Anyway, in brief can also take place, and it's suitable mostly for, students actually who have a high level. So in brief, so I would say it's a more advanced structure. So in brief, I learn English by myself. So in short or in brief, it's more or less the same. In brief, I learn English by myself. So I want to be brief or briefly speaking, shortly speaking, in short. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, in cash, right? We say in cash. So I'll pay in cash. Or I can ask you, can I pay in cash? Can I pay in cash? I'll pay in cash. Yeah? So not by credit card. So we say by credit card, but in cash. So please remember this very useful expression. In doubt. Yeah, but before it, yeah, what do we have before it? So detail, in detail. Okay? So I will tell you about it in detail. In detail means that I'm going to give you lots of details, not shortly, but it's going to be a very informative talk, story, or conversation. So something which is full of information. So I will tell you about it in detail. So which is full of lots of details. Yeah, in detail. Okay, next, in doubt. Okay, so I'm in doubt. So it means that I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So I'm in doubt. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Yeah. For example, so I can think, yeah, maybe this method is good. Maybe that method is good. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm in doubt. In fact, say in fact. So in fact, it isn't so, or in reality, it isn't so. Okay? So maybe you think that learning English by yourself is impossible. In fact, it isn't so. It's possible, you can do it, and these video lessons are for you. Okay, so different phrases or expressions with on. We say on time. So you see, do you always come there on time? Yeah, but we need to revise it shortly, yeah? We always do it, yeah, for more progress. Okay, just let's do it. I'm in a hurry. In addition to it, we need to do the following. I have to sign this contract in any case. In short, it was a disaster. In brief, I learned English by myself. I'll pay in cash. I will tell you about it in detail. I'm in doubt. In fact, it isn't so. Right, so do you always come there on time? So we mostly say on time, on time. That means not later. Good. On the radio. I heard it on the radio. Yeah, don't forget to put this article there. On the radio, I heard it on the radio. Yeah, so it's on the radio. Good. On the phone. We often talk on the phone. What about you? Do you often talk on the phone? So how many hours a day? Or maybe minutes a day? So it's interesting, it's really interesting to know it. Okay? On TV. On TV. I saw it on TV. It means on television. You know that on TV is more informal, and we mostly say on TV. I saw it on TV. On TV. Good. So what about you? Do you often watch TV, or maybe you prefer actually to use the internet? On a diet. On a diet. I think I need to go on a diet. So remember this phrase, go on a diet. So I need to go on a diet. So I think that maybe I'm overweight and I need to lose weight. So I think I need to go on a diet. Yeah? Good. On a regular basis. A very useful expression, on a regular basis. We need to learn English on a regular basis. Or regularly. So I can tell you that we need to learn English more regularly or on a regular basis. It means regularly, more systematically. And regularly, yeah, we need to learn English not only regularly but systematically and effectively. Okay, on foot. Okay, I often go to work on foot. It means that I don't go there by car or by train, by bus, so I walk there. I walk there. So it can maybe take me more time, but it's very good for my health. I often go to work on foot. Yeah, that's right. Good. So next, on business. On business. He is in China on business. Right. We say on business or on a business trip. So he is in China on business. So he is doing business there. Not as a tourist. Good. On holiday. So we say on holiday. So I'm on holiday. It means that I'm not going to work these days. I'm not going to work these days. I'm on holiday. So do you like going on holiday? Good. By. By accident or by chance. Look. I saw it by accident or by chance or accidentally. It means that I wasn't going I wasn't going to see it. I wasn't going to see it. It happened suddenly. Good. So we also say by bus, by train, by plane, by air, by sea, by land. Especially when we talk about traveling. Right. Look. So I can ask you, do you like traveling by bus? Or do you like traveling by train, by plane, by air, by sea, by land? Of course, you can say, yeah, so, for example, he is on the bus. So we say on the bus, on the plane, yeah, but it's in another context. But in this context, yes, if we are looking at this context, we use by. So by train, by plane, by air, by sea. So I mean in this context related to traveling. Good. So what's next? By mistake. By mistake. Yeah, so I can tell you that. For example, I wrote, so by mistakes, So by mistakes, I wasn't going to write it, so, and I corrected it. So by mistake, so it was my mistake, I wasn't going to do it, so but it happened somehow. So I called here by mistake. So it means that I was actually calling another person, but I was going to call another person, but I called here by mistake. So it was my mistake, by mistake. Okay, so let's revise it. Okay, and this slide too. Okay, so do you always come there on time? I heard it on the radio. We often talk on the phone. I saw it on TV. I think I need to go on a diet. We need to learn English on a regular basis. I often go to work on foot. He is in China on business. I'm on holiday. I saw it by accident or I saw it by chance. Do you like traveling by bus, by train, by plane, by air, by sea, by land? I called her by mistake. Yeah, and some very useful phrases with for. So, do you know that we say for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner? For example, what do you usually eat for breakfast? Or what do you usually eat for lunch? What do you usually eat for dinner? We can also use have, the verb have, in this context. I can also ask you, what do you usually have for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner? So it's okay to say eat for breakfast or have for breakfast. It's okay. Next. So what else? So we also say for sure. For example, I know it for sure. It means I'm really sure. I really know it. For sale. It's for sale. So you can buy it. It's for sale. It's for sale, really. You can buy it cheaply. It's for sale. For fun. I do it for fun. It is funny. It's just so funny for me. I really like doing it. It's so funny. I do it for fun. Yeah, for entertainment. We also say, yeah, you need to see it. I understand that. Okay, let's make it smaller. I got your message. I think it's okay now. So you see, for example and for instance, for example and for instance. Okay? So I know that we mostly say for example, but you also need to know that we can say for example and for instance. So it's the same. For example, I have so many aims. For example, I want to improve my English greatly. Or you can say, for instance, it's the same. For example, or for instance, I just don't understand why more students, who learn English, they only say, for example, but they never say, for instance, or almost never. It's such a nice expression, such a natural expression. So, for instance, so don't say, for example, all the time. So use, for example, and for instance as well. Okay? And the last one. So, for a walk. Yeah, just maybe this we don't need for here. Yeah. So because we have for in the beginning, so we don't need it here. Okay, thank you for understanding. So for a walk. So we say for a walk. So really, let's go for a walk. Yeah. So the weather is fantastic. Let's go for a walk. Okay, but before it, yeah, we need to revise it. Okay, so what do you usually eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner? I know it for sure. It's for sale. I do it for fun. I have so many aims. For example, for instance, I want to improve my English greatly. Let's go for a walk, yeah? So I know that you had lots of questions about at, in, on, by, and for, but you also need to keep in mind that you need to know these prepositional phrases if you want to know English, if you really want to know English and speak it correctly, fluently, and confidently. You can put a like and share this video with your friends. Thanks for
So, about prepositions, what all things we have learned here is it tells us where an object or subject is while to refers to another location. For example, we arrived at the station, Mary returned to the store. For measures time while since refers to a specific period. He has been traveling for 5 years. He's been with the company since it was established. Now we see the use of in and for with general measurements and on or at for specific dates. Muriel had a meeting in the morning. The term paper is due at 8 a.m. on the 5th. Specific days requires the prepositions on or for, while general measurements can be for prepositions in. The whole family loves to go sailing in springtime. Are you going to be a barbecue on the 4th of July? About, around, and up to are used to create approximate quantifications. In refers to geographical regions, continents, and towns. At refers to specific places and addresses. The Andersons live at 144 Brad Street. When refers to a street or a road on the word of choice. There's a bank on Bridge Street. Whatever, whenever an infinitive is used, a helping verb is required. Would like to visit Washington DC? Some constructions don't need additional prepositions. Off becomes off. Meet up, meet with. Where are they at? Where are they? Phrases that require a preposition include afraid of, love of, concern of, study for, or worry about. In some cases, preposition is unnecessary. Go home, go inside or outside, go upstairs or downstairs, go uptown or downtown. When making comparisons, the second preposition can be omitted if it's the same as the first. However, it must be included if the second phrase requires a different preposition. We drove to the beach and swam in the ocean. We drove to the beach and swam in the ocean. The climate in the United States is much different than Norway, obviously. Although ending a sentence with a preposition is considered incorrect, these constructions are used every day. So these are 14 things to keep in mind with prepositions. So guys, that's the end of the lesson today. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your health. God bless you all. Thank you very much.